Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. Today in the arena we have two Titan contestants. First, give it up for the mighty Thor. And challenging him today, the incredible Hulk. Wait, we know each other. He's a friend from work. Screw fighting, I say we hug. Before we begin today's review, I wanted to give a really special shout out indeed to Age Cookie's cousins. She so kindly gave me a shout out on her channel, which is totally kind of her, and I am now giving her a shout out in return. So if you please sub to her if you haven't already, you will love her and her content. Thor Ragnarok, directed by Taika Waititi, and is the 17th installment in the MCU overall. Man, the MCU has come a long way, and is the third and final installment in the Thor trilogy. So Thor Ragnarok tells the story about Thor. He's imprisoned on the other side of the universe, and he's forced into a gladiatorial battle with his former Avengers buddy, the Hulk, and must also save Asgard once again from a new threat, Helena, played by the magnificent Cate Blanchett. Now, Thor Ragnarok was a movie that's I was lowering my expectations for, since the Thor movies have never been my favourites entries in the MCU. The only MCU movies I've loved so far of the 17 are The Avengers, The Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man. You guys must be wondering why I have Thor's hammer. Well, I'm carrying his hammer specifically for this review to be like the Thunder God himself. However, the Thor movies have not lived up to the greatest MCU installments. Like the original Thor was just a good but not so great superhero movie. It was serviceable, but Thor: The Dark World was meh, and that's exactly what I can say about Thor Ragnarok. It's meh. My God, this has to be one of the biggest disappointments of the year so far. I mean, I wasn't expecting this movie to be a groundbreaking superhero movie, but I was at least expecting it to attempt to be the first great Thor movie. I was expecting it to, you know, be a bit deeper, and as well as a fun popcorn flick. But it's not even that, and I just like Guardians 2 and Homecoming. This will make my top 10 most overrated movies of 2017 list. I mean, the critics are going nuts over this movie. It has like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you kidding me? The critics are just fanboying out again just because it's a Marvel movie without going into detail or looking at it properly, just as they did for Guardians 2 and Homecoming. It's the exact same thing, but just to clarify, this won't be a rant. I don't hate Thor Ragnarok. I just found it to be very disappointing. But I'll begin with the movie's redeeming qualities, because it has some, at least. Chris Hemsworth is still showing plenty of charisma as Thor. This is his 5th outing in the MCU, and he's still hold on to his mojo, and you can tell he's having a ball playing the character every time, and he looks the part. He's got the bills. And the girl that accompanies Thor, she's terrific, and Jeff Goldblum's in this movie. He's great, never gives a bad performance, but my favourite character in this movie has to be Hela. Of the bunch, the villain is the best part of the entire movie. Yes, Hela might be my favourite MCU villain of all time. No exaggeration. Kate Blanchett is just Kate Blanchett is just enormous fun to watch as the villain. She's just so memorable. She's eating up the scenery, and she's extraordinary in this movie. Finally, an MCU villain that's memorable. I was actually rooting for Helena the entire film. That's what happens when you make the antagonist more interesting and compelling than any of the protagonists. And the Thor and Hulk fights, the big gladiator showdown that they showed in the trailers, that is freaking awesome. That is one of the highlights of the movie. It's one of the movie's saving graces. I mean, it's the only action scene I liked in the whole movie. It's exactly it has similarities to the Hulk and Hulkbuster fights in Avengers Age of Ultron. Sorry, Marvel fans, I can in no way, shape or form call this a perfect movie. This might actually be even my least favourite of the four movies. I'd go that far. So as for this movie's flaws, this movie's biggest issue is its total tonal whiplash in every scene. It's trying to be the end of Asgard, a really dark and serious epic movie, and yet it's just trying constantly every minute to throw a joke and shove a joke down our throats. Most of the puns did not land with me at all. I barely laughed, and the story was not supposed to make me laugh. It was supposed to get me invested in the character of Thor, to help him take down Hela and save Asgard. But I don't give a shit about what happens to Asgard in this movie, because the movie does such a poor job with setting the dark tone that it wants you to feel, because it's suffering from Guardians of the Galaxy syndrome. It's trying to be funny. I'm like, stop fucking trying to be a comedy movie, because you're not. Just pick a tone already. And the fact that they brought Loki back, why? I mean, why movie? I mean, Loki serves no purpose to the story other than popularity. And that makes his death in For the Dark World completely pointless if they were just going to resurrect him in this movie. Don't even get me started on the rest of the action sequences in Thor Ragnarok. The Thor and Hulk battle being the only exception. The rest of it, the rest of the action scenes I don't remember shit about, because the movie fails to deliver anything epic after that fight. There's no because it's trying to be a comedy and a serious movie at the same time. There's just the emotional moments just completely fall flat. It's lacking in substance that it really needs, and the climax is just one big CGI mess. Yes, the CGI in this movie is far too overused. And the final sin this movie committed was that there's no Jane Foster in this movie. What the hell happened to her? I wanted her to come back and actually get with Thor in this movie, but Natalie Portman did not reprise her role. That was underwhelming. I mean, do Thor and... So was Thor and Jane's romance actually worth spending all that time with? Well, Thanks for wasting all our time, Marvel. You brought back Loki, but not Jane. Come on, Marvel. That's just lazy writing. And the fact that Jaina isn't in this movie, she's greatly missed, as is Kat Demming. And I have this high expectations for Thor Ragnarok because it came out the exact same year as the masterpiece that was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a perfect movie. Thor Ragnarok isn't. In Wonder Woman contained heart. It struck a chord with me and everyone else. We cared about Diana and Steve. We wanted them to help the innocent and save them from the war and Ares. Whereas in Thor Ragnarok has none of the heart Wonder Woman did. The stakes are so low because you don't give a shit about anything that's happening. The movie leaves you a little unsatisfied. The fact that the critics have given this a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than Wonder Woman, they're on crack. If Wonder Woman can make the effort to be an amazing movie, so can Thor Ragnarok. There's no excuse. So Thor Ragnarok, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just meh. I would say the MCU has really deteriorated from a great quality this year. I give Thor Ragnarok 2 stars out of 5. This is hands down my least favourite superhero movie of 2017. So yeah, folks, this movie won't resonate with you. It's average, but if you Marvel fans loved it, that's totally awesome. Props to you. It just wasn't my cup of tea. But to be honest, I was much more hyped for Justice League. Hopefully that should be an amazing movie coming out next month. Well, I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Thor Ragnarok? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.